Hello, I'm Jessi Rae. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm just going to be working on a painting. I just sketched this one out, and I just want to show you a little bit of my process and then kind of talk just a little bit about how I can relate art with my life and how I am taking on this new collection of work that I have just started. So really what I'm doing is I'm going to take some black charcoal. I already sketched out my concept. This is an older easel, so hopefully it holds. But really what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to go into these darker areas with my charcoal. And begin blending. So the neat part about working with charcoal is that it blends really well, a lot more so than our pencils when starting an artwork. This is actually something kind of new that I have started recently, just to really get my shadows. Well, really everything I have started is fairly new. So really what I wanted to talk about today too, just while I was working, was this concept I've just been thinking about a lot lately of like letting go. And really it's come about a lot in my life and in growing up and, you know, navigating your 30s. I just have learned that we hold on to a lot of stories and beliefs that really, they aren't serving us. And I heard this awesome chat yesterday, or YouTube yesterday, or podcast yesterday, that was kind of just talking about the concept of letting go and how sometimes when we begin to think about letting things go, we think about the reward that we're going to receive afterward. And this creates a lot of expectation around the letting go. For example, let's say you live in a space where you know you don't want to be anymore. Like you have this image of yourself living somewhere warm and where there's more people, and you're living in a really rural setting. And this is actually something that happened to me personally. So you're living in a rural setting. Maybe you have children. You really want them to know to explore and to travel more. And so you decide to maybe pack up with your family and you discuss it and move somewhere completely new that you've never lived before. So now you're letting go of that image of yourself that maybe lived in that rural space. Okay, maybe you have to let go of a home, or a neighborhood, people, a job, a career, a place maybe you've worked for a while. And then you have this expectation that immediately you are going to find comfort. You're going to set roots. You're going to explore. Everything's just going to fall into place. You're going to make a bigger income because there's more people. So when I set that expectation around it, if I'm not reaching that immediately, sorry, my cat is scratching the rug. If I'm not reaching that immediately, then I might fall back into the thing that I let go of, or the cycles and stories that existed there. Okay. So sorry, I just wanted to get some dark behind her. Okay. So let's say you don't receive those things right away because moving is really difficult. I know me and my family moved to a brand new space, pretty much into a more city-like living, higher population, from very rural Vermont. And at first I kind of had this expectation, and we did travel and explore, and I had so much more energy. I was excited, but then, you know, the reality sinks in sometimes of that change, almost like repotting a plant, and you put it in new soil, and then at first it will wilt a bit because it's in shock, right? And so sometimes we have to accept that when we let go of things, we're not going to just instantly flourish. Okay. When we let go of relationships, we're not going to instantly find one that is better. We're not going to instantly gain back all the confidence that we had lost. We do at first. There's always like that initial excitement or, attitude of newness, but then there's always going to be a bit of grief. And I think so anytime we let go of things, we need to have this expectation that we are going to move through some emotions of letting go. I know when we first moved, the first year, me and my daughter, we explored a ton. I got to have more time with her, which was amazing, before I started a career here. And we got to explore together. And then there would be these like really depressing, kind of low energy emotions that were like a wet blanket again, like so much grief of missing my family, missing people who knew me, or, who had these experiences with me. So we had stories to tell, and that sort of a thing. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you are going through something that is forcing you to let go, know that there's always good to come, but we have to first feel through the grief of what is then not there anymore in order to relieve ourselves of that growth. Back to the plant example. At first, you're shining and glowing and standing strong. You're in new soil, or maybe planted in the ground. You're going to go into shock. But then you begin to learn about your surroundings and to learn about the nourishment in the soil. And so then you begin to flourish and you begin to grow from there. I don't know why my cat is attacking the rug. So I guess that if you pulled up this YouTube, you needed that message today. And I hope that helps you. Thank you for watching. And please like and subscribe. I'm going to take you on a bit of a journey through these videos, and I'd love if you'd be a part of it. So have an awesome day, and thanks for tuning in.